Right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, let's say Kahalaim La Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Harakwadash. All right, double honors to our apostles, the great millstone peace, and salutations to you elect. All right, household faith. So, yeah, this greedy bastard, Esaw Edom, who is the forger of lies, has the world's population, not just Jake, has his own people living like peasants. You know, he got you living like peasants. He got you living, you know, he got you living like servants. You know, because now there's no more rich. I mean, there's no more middle class. There's only rich, wealthy, and the poor. All right. The scriptures say, in our kingdom, the feeble shall be as David. The poor Israelites amongst us will be as King David, rich. You know, as King David was rich. The scripture tell you in Proverbs, the 29th chapter, and the second verse. All right. And when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So we know, pursuing that book of Job 9 and the 24th verse, all right, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And you devils are indeed the wicked. And you're indeed the forger of lies, pursuing Job 13 and 4. And you are indeed the culprit, the responsible. While we're the victims, all right, which that's a topic for another day. All right, we're the victims, and you motherfuckers devils are the you're the perpetrator, you're the culprit, and you're the reason why everybody can't pay their bills. You know, but here you got multi-trillionaires popping up, multi-billionaires. Every year is a new multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire, self-made billionaire. You know, so look, man, Esau is the devil. Esau is the devil, and he's the forger of lies, and he's responsible for you being poor. All right, for you being okay, for you having no resources. You're gonna own nothing and be happy. That's what they said, right? Well, that's the thing, man. Okay, I was watching this your girl Pink Book Lessons. She put up the compilation of the Chinese. They were talking shit, which I'm gonna pull up the article. I'm gonna pull up the video right now. The Chinese were talking shit, you know. Cause see now, hey, you're small amongst the heathen. You're greatly despised, man. You know. Let me pull up the video real quick, man. Hopefully it'll play loud enough so you can hear it. All right, it's funny, man. the gooks, man, they coming up against y'all, man. All right, they said 5,000 years. 5,000 years. China has been around for 5,000 years before you know, before there was an America. And China would be fine without you, you know, because the white woman told the China man, she said, well, you know, there's China's losing 15% of its exports because of through the tariffs of America, blah blah. Man, dude looked at her like, bro, look, I don't give a shit about that. I don't care about that. I don't know what you're talking about. We're China. We've been around for millennia. You know, many moons. We've been around for many moons. We don't need you motherfuckers. All right, we don't need y'all. You need us. We manufacture all your goods, and you buy from us. All right. So there's a book of Isaiah, the 46th chapter, and the first verse. It says, "Baal boweth down, Nebo stupid. Their idols were upon the beasts, upon the cattle. Your carriages were heavy, laden. They are a burden to the weary beasts. They stoop, they bow down together. They could not deliver the burden, but themselves are gone into captivity." All right, everybody's under captivity under the so-called white man. All right, the other nations as well, even though they have their own sovereignty, this and that, but they still have to answer to the white man. All right, they still have to answer to the white man. When everyone's under our kingdom, everyone's going to answer to us, but we're going to be righteous rulers, and everyone's going to be taken care of. See, everybody's going to be taken care of in our kingdom, man. Everybody's going to be happy. Everybody's going to rejoice. Proverbs 29:2, man. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people are in mourning. All right. Hey, so you're in mourning because you got an ungodly devil running your life. And pretty soon you ain't going to be in mourning anymore, man. Pretty soon, when you see the nation of Israel, all right, the elect, starting with the elect, when you see those men taking root, when you see them in power, all you nations are going to rejoice. As the Lord told Abraham, Most High told Abraham, he told him that he told him that in his seed, the nations will be blessed. All right. So, real quick, Isaiah 46 and the 3rd verse. And matter of fact, I want to pull something else up here too, real quick. Let me see. It's for the healing of the nations. It's Revelation. I'm gonna hold that real quick. All right, because everybody's gonna be taken care of, man. Everybody's gonna be taken care of. Everybody's gonna be happy in our kingdom. See, when we're ruling, we're gonna show you people how to live, man. Revelation 22 and the 1st verse, and it says, "And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb. In the midst of the street of it, and yielded her fruit." Hey, what comes out? What? Like when you look at a tree, right? What does everybody benefits off that tree? You see, that's why when you read Ezekiel, the 17th chapter, it speaks about the low tree. The Lord's gonna chop off the twigs of the high cedar and bring it low. So-called white man represents the high tree right now. See, he's not covering the people. He ain't got no leaves. He's not covering the people. He's not taking care of the people. He's not taking care of his own people. That's why I should tell you that the children will complain of an ungodly father, man. In Sirach, the 41st chapter. Matter of fact, let's go over there. Let's go over there real quick. I'll come back, Isaiah 46. But the children will complain of an ungodly father, man. Sirach 41, I think it's the 7th verse. Let's see. Yep, the children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. Woe to you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High. All right, Esau don't keep no law of the Most High. Neither do you 2/3 niggas, and neither do the heathen. All right, that's why the elect got come back into power, and the elect, starting with the first elect spirit, which is Yahushua, they're gonna make the earth a paradise, a garden east of Eden, pursuant to Genesis, the 2nd chapter. The garden east of Eden, the earth is gonna be a garden of water. That's why it says back in Revelation 22, he showed me a pure river of water of life. See, we're gonna spread the wealth, man. We're gonna spread the wealth because we're gonna have so much abundance that ain't gonna be a thing. See, what did Jake say? What does Jake say? It ain't tricking if you got it. That's how Jake talk, right? It ain't tricking if you got it. Hey, we gonna have it, man, and we gonna spread the wealth across. Everybody's gonna have their own portion, and everybody's gonna be taken care of. Ain't nobody gonna complain. The Lord said He'll wipe away all tears from our eyes. Okay, and then we will make the earth a paradise where everybody's gonna rejoice after those 1,000 years of slavery. All right, but anything's better than living under the devil with diseases and cancer and shit. Ain't gonna be no cancer in our kingdom, man. Ain't gonna be no cancer. Ain't gonna be no want. You know, that's gonna be a thing of the past, man. That's gonna be a thing of the past. See, you suffer want under Esau, man. You nations, you dislike us and you talk all kind of shit, but you actually need us, man. Because Esau is not a righteous ruler, man. That red bastard, he got you all living homeless, you know. He got you all out there messed up, all right? Like that toothless little demon that came up yesterday twice to disturb my peace, to interrupt me in the midst of my speech. Here it is. This devil ain't have nothing, but here it is. He gonna be proud, man, because that's the spirit of Esau, man. That's the spirit of the Edomite. They done taught these people to love America, even though they don't have shit, man. Why the hell would I love a country that didn't give me shit, that didn't help me to do a goddamn thing, and made me work 24 hours a day, 7 hours a week? You know what I'm saying? 20. They make you work till you old. You shouldn't be working till retirement, 65 years old. Fuck is that, man? All right. Hey, like the Chinese man said. Hey, the China. Matter of fact, let me play what my China man said right here, yo. Let me play this. Okay, he said, you all got student loan. You all got student loan. You all got student loan. That's fucking right, man. He said, China, that's illegal. Illegal, man. Ain't no Chinese. You think them Chinese people got fucking debts like that, like you do over here? Man, they don't live like that, bro. Even though they do work a lot and they got unfair conditions, shit like that, because they're the heathen. But he told the truth. He said, man, you're Western propaganda. I live in China. I live China. China good. And they take care of their citizens over there in these other European countries, in Sweden and shit like that. They got free healthcare. They got free schooling, real education. They got real family nucleuses, man. They don't have a fucking CIA programming their people and shit. They don't have none of that, man. They don't have Federal Reserve banks that take the wealth from their people. They got programs that actually benefit the people. These motherfuckers over here, all they do is use you, man. That's why they got the wealth. 1% own over 50% of the wealth, man. And the bottom half of the population, don't own shit. They don't have nothing, man. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. They don't have anything to look forward to. All right, because all that wealth has been transferred to the top. That's what the whole pandemic was about: transferring the wealth to the top. You got to transfer the wealth. If you keep the wealth in the hands of the citizenship, then hey, they can rebel against you. They can form their own ideas, and they can do their own thing. So you gotta study the moves of these devils, and their moves is all to keep the people suppressed, and under bondage. All right, that's why Bernie Sanders got up there in the Congress. Bernie Sanders, the dude that ran for president a few times. Yeah, Bernie Sanders got up there. He said 3 Americans own more than 170 million Americans combined. The three he was talking about: Elon Musk, Bezos, and your man Zuckerberg. The Facebook guy. So 3 dudes had more wealth than 70% of the population. So it goes to show you that these people ain't right, man. They're not right. All right, they ain't right because they're not taking care of their citizenship, man. You're supposed to take care of your citizenship, your people. They're only taking care of the wealthy, man.
The US has the bigger gun, and so China ends up having more to lose from this trade war, doesn't it? It can't sustain the loss of 15% of its export market, i.e. what you export to the US.
Not at all. China is fully prepared to fight to the very end because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out from the China market, be my guest.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived. And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States, and we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
The tariff war between the U.S. and China is really heating up.
Not only do you know, that's the heathen imagine the vain thing. You know, the heathen imagine the vain thing. The dude said we expect to survive another 5,000 years, which that's vain. But the point of the matter is, man, hey, the other nations are bucking up to these Americans, man, and they're no longer afraid because they got the equalizer, which is the missile. The Chinese have nuclear missiles. The Chinese have their own economy. They have their own working force, labor, and their own military, and they got alliances with the Russians, with the Iranians, and with these other enemies of the U.S. So they don't care what America's talking about. They don't care what these devils are talking about, man.
Taunting white people, calling them dumb.
MAGA people, you guys are really dumb. Seriously, the whole world knows you guys are dumb.
The whole world knows you devils are dumb. That's what these Chinese are saying, man. The whole world knows that you goddamn devils are stupid, man. Because if you were smart, you would make friends and alliances. But no, they want to piss it all over to everybody, and they don't have no alliances. They're just the bully of the earth. They're not diplomatic. They're not diplomats. They're not ambassadors of peace. They don't know nothing about no peace. Okay, they wield the sword. Scripture say Romans the 13th chapter. He wields not the sword in vain, man. Revelation the 6th chapter, man. The red pale horse that was given power to take peace from the earth. As wicked as these demonic Chinese are, they didn't take the earth by force, like you devils did. Even though they're wicked too, and they're not our friends either, but they're gonna help us take down these devils. So that's good for now. And then you're gonna go into captivity. But you Ammonites and you Moabites, you're gonna be all right because you're not gonna be eliminated in the kingdom. You're still gonna be alive, and you're gonna be taken care of in the kingdom, man, by us, by the Israelites. Everybody's gonna come up under us, and everybody on the earth is gonna rejoice at the rulership of Yasharallah of Israel, man. Everybody's gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be taken care of, man, because we're gonna be benevolent rulers, man. All right, not like Esau, a malevolent ruler, just like the movie. What's that movie called? Maleficent. Yeah, Esau is a maleficent, manipulative, malevolent ruler.
I'm Chinese. I'm just very straightforward. You guys are so stupid. If the lies too complicated, you guys cannot even understand. So politicians have to make the most obvious, most ridiculous lies, and you guys like, oh, I get it. That makes sense.
He's saying MAGA, but everyone knows when an ethnic person says MAGA, that's code for white people. And he's been trolling them for days. I have to say, this whole fight is pretty interesting. He's got a clap back for every comment.
So many MAGA leave messages like, soon I will have no products from China. Yeah, that's only because soon you will have no home. Sorry, that's not funny. In China, we all have homes. Even the poorest have home, can afford fresh vegetable, meat, eggs. That's just like a basic human rights in China. And I hope you also have that basic human rights. Oh, thank you.
Hey, the gook is funny, man. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga said, what he said? He said we afford basic human rights here. Even the poor have homes. In China, we can afford grocery, basic human needs. We can afford it. You MAGA people, you white people, you can't afford your shit over there, man. You can't afford nothing over there. You can't even afford to live, making $100,000 a year, 6 figures. You make 6 figures, can't even live.
Exactly. In this world, only China buying that many agricultural products, and 1.4 billion Chinese, no one is starving. Do you know India? India has people starving to death every year, and they are still exporting agricultural products to other countries. Capitalism. You must admit that Western propaganda is the best propaganda in humanity history. They make you know 1989. They didn't make you know 1970 in Kent State. 1985, Philadelphia, right? Like a Chinese, we don't know about this dark history of Western countries. But you guys all know China. So smart. Without United States, you have nothing, China. Yes, MAGA, we don't have child labor, school shooting, homeless problem, genocide, oligarchy, monopoly, crazy expensive yet inefficient healthcare system, heavy tax on working class, property tax every year, anti-Semitism awareness law, a supremacy bubble you live in, built by multi-billion-dollar worth propaganda, a fake free speech, fake democracy. Yeah, you guys got it all, huh? Also, we don't have MAGA. Hello from China. Let me show you the United States product in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
Yeah, man. Fake democracy, fake free speech. Yep. You don't have do you have any product from America in your home? No. You got over here, you got all motherfucking product from China, from the Chinese, man. So the thing is, like the Gook said, man, hey, I bought this t-shirt right here for $2. $2 in your store costs $19.99, And hey, look, you just letting these white people have it, man. Look, the nations are angry at you devils, man. Everybody's angry. Your own people, all right, because you're a mismanager of the earth's resources. The Lord gave you the earth, and what did you do with it? Nothing, because you're the devil, man. You can't handle it. You can't handle the earth. You can't handle the people, and you're not a benevolent ruler. See, we're gonna be benevolent rulers. Everybody is gonna be taken care of under our rulership, man. Under our stewardship, the earth is gonna flourish, man, and the people are gonna flourish. And the women gonna be women, and the men gonna be men, and they're gonna be family nucleuses, and there's gonna be no homelessness in our. There ain't gonna be no proud poor people walk around the earth, delusional as hell, man. Talking about I love this country, damn demons, like that damn demon yesterday, man. Lord's gonna deal with all these people, man. They've fallen up under the curse and the spirit of the white man, and the white man that led them astray. Now they're proud, just like that devil, man. The scripture tell you the ruler of the city, so are the citizens, so are the people. All right. So all these motherfuckers walk around like Esau, man. So Sirach 41:7, the children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. The inheritance of sinners' children, the 6th verse, matter of fact, let me read that too, shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. For the children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversing in the dwelling of the ungodly. So the people are conversing in the dwelling of the ungodly. They're like the white man, and they're proud, and they're poor, but they're proud because they can buy a Nike shirt or some shit, a t-shirt or some shoes, some Jordans, because they can buy some, they can take a loan out on a vehicle that they can't fucking afford, but they'll still get a loan. You can have good credit, still have nothing, still be broke as hell, but you play the system. But no, the system is about to crash, man. And the elites are doing it by design to steal the wealth from the people, to steal all the wealth, take all the wealth from under their nose and leave you with nothing. So you can have to take a micro C-hip in order to keep whatever little pennies you got, man. So, hey, America's not all that fucking great, is it now? Everybody's finding out that the American experiment has been a big old game, man. And the elites and those that have money, they can buy a golden citizenship card. But at the end of the day, it's all about the white man's supremacy, man. All this Western propaganda this dude was talking about, when he said MAGA, he's talking about the white man. MAGA means the white man. All right? And everybody is afraid of the sword that the white man possesses, but they should be afraid of the God of Israel, man. Of the God of the Bible. They should be afraid of what's to come, because the Lord, he's coming down with great wrath, knowing that these devils have a short time, man. These devils are coming down with great wrath, but the Lord is going to come down with greater wrath for all the crimes the devil has committed, all the robbery, all the lies pursuing Nahum, the 3rd chapter, man. He got these people living like peasants, man, while he's up there beating his meat in front of the world, man. Okay, you see that? So that's good. There's gonna come judgment, man. Okay, so Sirach 25 and the 1st verse. It says, and did three things I was beautified, stood up beautiful, both before the Most High men, the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and wife that agree together. In this society, ain't no such thing as a man and a wife that agree together. The love of neighbors, that's gone. The love many wax cold. Thanks, brought to you by the white man. The white man pushed a culture of money, work, fuck you. It's me, YOLO, and everybody else, fuck you, you know? Nobody talks to each other, ain't nobody looks at each other in the fucking eyes no more, man. If a nigga look at you in the eyes, that's a rare thing. You be talking to them, they be looking up in the sky. Everybody's on drugs. Ain't no other country on earth everybody's on drugs. There's no other country on earth where everybody's a fucking drug addict, man. Can't go to sleep without taking a melatonin pill or a gummy, you know. You have a population of useless motherfuckers, man. All right, because of this devil, making education high as hell, healthcare high as hell. That like the Chinese said, like the Chinaman said, man, cripplingly inefficient healthcare system, man. Inefficient. You go to the healthcare system and you end up in debt, man. You can't even fucking die right here, man. You can't even fucking die with dignity. If you die here, nigga, you owe $60,000 for a funeral, man. You know what I'm saying? What kind of fucking life is that, bro? You couldn't even die right here. You couldn't even afford a casket, man. You can't even afford a casket. How much is a casket? You ever looked up a casket? A casket is like $10,000, man. All right? In other countries, man, you gotta die with dignity, bro. You know? But you got some poor ass clown talking about coming up to the camp talking about, oh, hey, brother, you know, America's a great place. Why don't you just leave and go somewhere, man? You know? Hey, we're not the heathen. We can't just go around and get citizenship anywhere we want. We don't have the resources. We're under the curse. Okay, we was brought to America to serve bondage. All right. So America, the great whore, the experiment has backfired on everybody, man. And now they're finding out, man. Now the people are finding out. The world's finding out, and the other nations are finding out. Everybody's finding out, man. Even the so-called white man themselves, the lower class six-pack Edomites, even they're finding out, man. All right. So Sirach 25 and 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that's proud, a rich man that's a liar, and an old man that's a old adulterer that doteth. All right. If thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how can thou find anything in thy age? How comely a thing is judgment for gray hairs and for ancient men to know counsel. Oh, how comely is the wisdom of old men and understanding and counsel to men of honor. These devils are not men of honor, man. Much experience is the crown of old men, and the fear of the Most High is their glory. These devils don't fear the Most High, man. If they fear the Most High, they will apply Proverbs the 22nd chapter. You know, if they feared the Lord, man. Proverbs 22 and 1. But they said, God, we trust, right? Well, that's the hypocrite. That's why it says, Job the 15th chapter. In the tabernacles of bribery, they shall be a fire shall consume it, you know. So Proverbs 22 and 1, a good name is be chosen rather than great riches, and love and favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. By humility and by the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. By humility and by the fear of the Lord are riches, honor, and life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. He that doeth keep his soul shall be far from them. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. He that have a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. Do these devils give of their bread to the poor? They give you $500 or whatever, how much they was given during the pandemic. I don't know. They was giving how much money they was giving. Now they're giving $5,000 dose checks. That ain't fucking shit, man. That's 1 month of rent in one of these cities. 30 days of rent. 30 days is not a long time, man. A month, that's not a long time. They give you nothing, man, but expect you to give your fucking life to these devils, man. Their money, you know, money is not a real thing. It's just something they print on a screen. Money is not a real thing. Money is gold, silver. Are they giving you gold and silver certificates? Real gold and silver in your hands? Real equity? You know, they give you some bullshit on the stock market. That 93% of the stock market is controlled by the 1%. 93%. The 7% is by the rest of the people. The rest of the small population of people that actually have some type of knowledge of the stock market, which most people have no fucking clue what the stock market is. What the hell is a NASDAQ 500? S&P 500? What the hell is the NASDAQ? And what's S&P 500? What's the index stock? What's that? Do they know? No, all they know is the high pay rent every month. Every month, the rent is due on the 1st, and the light bill is due. That's all the people know. And how to go to McDonald's, Burger King, and how to put gas in their fucking cars, and that's it. Be a consumer, not an owner. Ain't nobody owners here, man. Ain't nobody an owner unless you're a white man or use one of these niggas that sold out, you know, or one of these other heathen nations that had a business. But the majority of people are workers, man. Workers that are working for hourly wages, debt slaves that are enslaved through student loans, which stay to you till you die. Your kids got to pay them, mortgage loans, and all kind of shit, you know? So this is the world we live in, man. This is the world we live in. So what is the future generation got to look forward to? That's why you got something called Gen Z, man. What's that mean? That's the last generation. That means the last generation. Ain't no other letters after the Z. This is the last generation, man. Even they tell you Gen Z. Why they tell you Gen Z? Because they know ain't nobody else coming after this, man. You think these little niggas that are born today in 2024 are going to be able to live their lives out to the 2050s? No, it's not going to happen. Because the Lord's going to come before then. This society is going to melt before that. It will implode on its own either way, but the Lord's going to come give it the finishing touch, which is the Midas touch, the last touch, you know? The nuclear touch, the nuclear treatment, man. That's what this place is going to receive. All right, because these devils have not taken care of the citizenship. They have not taken care of the people. All right, these motherfucking devils. Sirach, the 10th chapter. Let's go over there. Sirach, the 10th chapter, and the first verse. It says, "A wise judge will instruct his people." Is Esau a wise judge? Is he the judge of the earth? He's not the judges of the earth. 1 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. It says, "He shall judge the angels," the Israelites. Who's going to judge the elect of Israel, the prophets? All right, the believers. Those that wait upon me shall renew their strength. Isaiah 40. Those are the ones going to judge the angels, going to judge the nations, going to judge the smallest matters. All right. Esau's not a judge of the people. Esau is a liar and a greedy bastard. That's a niggard of his meat. As scripture say, a niggard, man. What's that? Sirach, the 14th chapter? A niggard. All right. He don't know how to take care of nobody. He's a thief and a robber. A giant 10 and 10, man. The thief coming out, but you kill, steal, destroy. I might come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly, man. All right. That's what the Lord set up the prophets for. That's what the Lord set up the ministry for. So that we might have life and we might have it more abundantly. But the thief came not but to kill, steal, and destroy. The thief, the devil, so-called white man. So every day we get on the so-called white man. That's the prophets of the Lord get on the devil. They get on the wicked of our people. All you other weak ass niggas, you make covenants with the white man because you are partakers of his iniquity, man. All you other dudes, you all know the white man's Japhet, the white man can be saved. Oh yes, the white man's not that bad. You can't blame the white man. Don't blame him. It's your fault. The reason why the earth is like the way it is your fault. Yes, we transgressed the covenant. Yes, but here comes Esau, and he got his chance to rule, and he fucked up the earth, man. So is that our fault? No, he's just the devil. Is that our fault? Oh well, we didn't put ourselves in slavery, did we? We didn't rape our own daughters, did we, motherfucker? So deal with the facts, man, and blame the one that needs to be blamed. God damn it, you know. So, anyways, Sirach 31 and the 23rd verse, actually 22nd verse. My son, hear me and despise me not, and at the last thou shalt find what I shall tell thee. In all thy works be quick, so shall there no sickness come unto thee. Who is liberal of his meat, men shall speak well of him. Is Esau liberal of his meat? Hell no. Okay, it says Isaiah,
the 32nd chapter, it speaks about the liberal man. The cruel should not be called liberal. Matter of fact, let's get that too. Isaiah, the 32nd chapter. It says, the vile person, the 5th verse, the vile person as the white man shall no more be called liberal, nor the cruel to be called bountiful. The cruel, man. The scripture tell you the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. The tender mercies of the wicked of these devils are cruel. The mercy of this devil is cruel, man. Oh, here we go. We're going to give you section 8. Well, you got to take away your fucking husband out your life. And your kids got to live fatherlessly. And if we find out you got kids, we're taking away your, you find out you got a husband, we're taking away your help. What kind of shit is that, bro? You know, I ain't supposed to have a husband. I can't have a man in my life unless y'all niggas can't help me. That's fucked up. All right. The vile person shall no more be called cruel. Vile person not be called liberal, nor the cruel to be said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. The instruments of the cruel are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even the needy when they needy speaketh right. Doesn't this devil devise wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right? We're speaking right. But you used harsh language. What happened in free speech? Oh, you speaking against the government. Free speech. I say what the fuck I want to say, devil. Oh, free speech. No, you can't say that. We're going to fire you from your job. That's why we don't attach ourselves to the world, so that, hey, we don't have nothing to lose. Okay? You niggas can't speak because you work for ESPN. You work for Stephen A. He can't get up there and say what he want to say. That nigga, he's a slave, man. To them dollars. To them dollars, man. We're slaves of Yahweh Shai. So we can say what needs to be said. The Lord set up the internet for us to do so. We don't need to go on a fucking CNN platform. We got our platform, which is the internet, man. We're outside speaking his word. The Lord told us go into the chief place of concourse, man. You know? So we're speaking the word liberally in the face of these devils, you know? So when you take a 501c3 and when you sell out to the devil, you can't say what you got to say. Like the Chinese man said, fake free speech and fake democracy. There you go. Fake free speech and fake democracy. That's what he said. Fake free speech and fake democracy. That's what you got in this place. You know, the people think they got a right to speak. Let you say something about them small headers, and your college scholarship is gone. Look at what this dude did to the Harvard University, man. He accused Harvard University, which is full of nothing but small headers. He accused them of anti-Sem, and now he's revoking $2 billion of aid that they usually receive in grants. He's taking $2 billion from them, man. And he had Kristi Noem, Noem. She said that the president of Harvard had no backbone and basically called him a bitch, and said that she called the president of Harvard a bitch and said that they was gonna cut more aid to Harvard and take away their tax exempt status. You see that? That's Esaw against Esaw, man. Harvard is the greatest institution this place ever had, man. The most prestigious and the most renowned, world renowned, man. That's a world renowned institution right there. And these devils are chipping it at the bits because they don't want to agree with the policy of the Trump administration, man. You know, but fuck them, because Harvard don't need them niggas, and nobody needs these niggas, man. Because these devils are falling by their own ways. That's why the nations are calling you dummies. The nations are saying, look at you, man. You're a small amongst the heathen and you're greatly despised. So it's beautiful to see, man. All right. So when we're in power, brother, we're going to take care of these people, man. All right. The nation's going to rejoice in you and your people when they see you as a wise, great, understanding people. Deuteronomy 4. Let's go to Deuteronomy 4. And the 5th verse. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord have commanded me, that you should go and you should do them in the land where you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them. This is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and surely say, this is a great nation and a wise understanding people. For what nation is there so great who have the Most High so nigh unto them, as though the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? For what nation is there so great to have statutes and judgments so righteous as this law, which I said before you this day? Only take heed to thyself, keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thy eyes have seen, lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them to thy sons and thy sons' sons. Okay, so it says, especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God at Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days of their life. They shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children, man. These other nations are our children. You understand this? The other nations come from us, man. Scripture tell you Jacob is the former of all things. What that mean? That means we formed these motherfucking people, man. They came out of our loins. They came out of us. All these people walking around the earth, they came out of Adam, which Adam was the Lord Yahweh side, man. So, hey, they come from us, and we're going to take care of them, man. They go with all these nations come from us, even though they're not Israelites, they're not the chosen, but they come from us, all of them. They're all our children, and we're all going to take care of them, man. All right, we're going to take care of them, and we're going to whoop their ass when it corresponds, man. When the needs be, let's prove that. Zechariah, the 14th chapter. We're going to whoop their ass when needs be. If they buck up and get out of line, we'll whoop their ass. But as long as they abide, we'll treat them with dignity and with respect, unlike what Esau does. Esau don't treat a motherfucker with dignity and respect. Esau sat up there and had the president of Ukraine, a man that's going through all kind of wars and seeing all kind of people dying, treating them like a piece of shit, man. Talking about, we need you. You don't need you need us. We don't need you. You know, how you gonna fight against someone 20 times bigger than you? Okay, over there humiliating him in an Oval Office, man. Humiliating him with that fucking useless vice president of his, J.D. Vance, man. That nigga J.D. Vance useless. You see what happened? You see what happened when he grabbed the college trophy? That shit broke apart, man. He grabbed the trophy, broke apart, because that nigga is useless, man. Might as well put a woman up there, man. Then fucking J.D. Vance, he up there being a cheerleader. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is the greatest president ever, bro. But when 7 years ago, this nigga was talking about fuck Trump. Now he's over there kissing his ass because that's the type of nigga he is, man. You see that? That's the type of demon that J.D. Vance is. Just like the rest of these demons, bunch of creepy crawlers, man, with no backbone. So they can't be rulers of the earth. They can't be judges of the planet Earth, man. You sitting up there treating a man that's a refugee. The Ukrainian president is a refugee. He's looking for help from you, and you come up there talking shit to the man, humiliating him in front of the world. All right? That's the fucking devil for you, man. He come to you asking for aid, bro. All right? When the nations come to us ask for aid, we're not going to fucking laugh in their faces and be like, ha, look at you punks. Ha, 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 like a fucking 2-year-old, man. All right? That's what the child does. That's why scriptures tell you, a child left to himself become willful. Esau has been left to his own devices. And these demons are fucking his head up, man. To the point where he thinks he's God. The scripture tell you, Ezekiel, the 28th chapter, man. Okay? He sits in the midst of the seas as the prince of Tyrus, man. He's wiser than Daniel, and there's no secret that could be hid from him. He thinks he's wiser than Daniel because he got these supercomputers like El Capitan. El Capitan, one of these supercomputers in California that's supposed to be the powerfulest computer on earth. One of the powerfulest computers. They also got chips like the one I went into the other day that did the impossible calculation in 4 seconds. What's this shit called? The Google chip. This new Google chip they got. They got 3 supercomputers that are all found in America. The chip is one of them, but they got 3 other computers, supercomputers. They got El Capitan, Aurora, and then they got a third one that came out in 2022. I forget the name of the third one. I was looking at it last night. But the point is that this devil, through his wisdom, through his craft, and through his lies and trickery, has exalted himself as the eagle. So he's gonna fall, man. That's how that he's gonna fall through his ill treatment, his ill dealings, all right, and his mismanagement of these people, including his own people. So he got no fucking love for nobody, man. He ain't got no love for nobody. That devil ain't right, man. That devil is not right. All right, but we're gonna take care of the people, man. We're gonna take care of these people. Okay, Zechariah, the 14th chapter. Yeah, you women, you talk shit.
You know, fuck you niggas. You ain't shit. All right, you women, you gonna be taken care of too. You ain't gonna have to work. See, the Esau got you women working. All right, you ain't gonna have to prostitute yourself in our kingdom. Esau got you prostituting yourself on OnlyFans, man. He got you selling box on Las Vegas Strip, on Rosecrans. He got you women on Crenshaw Avenue, man. Shake your ass, you know. He got you going door to door, random men. You know, he got you on Backpage, you know, and List Crawler. He got the white man got you women paying rent, man. The white man gave you women feminism in the garden. All right, but the black man's terrible. He's a fucking wickedness of the earth. You don't see the devil behooved you. I mean, it's like it, but hoodwinked you, not behooved you. He hoodwinked you. You don't see what this man did to you. But we're the wicked ones though. We're the wrong ones. He took your husband out your life. He programmed you to be a demon and to go against your own men, go against your own God. And now, hey, now he's gonna turn his back on you. He's gonna show you his horns. You know, man, look, I'm the serpent. I'm the serpent. Don't get mad at me. Like the old saying goes, you know, like bro likes to bring out, the elder Abaya likes to bring out, you know. Like the elder brother likes to say, you know, the serpent, you know, as it tells you in Sirach, the 10th chapter, man, who will pity a charmer that's bitten by the serpent? All right, ain't nobody gonna have no sympathy on you women, man, because you've been bitten by that serpent. Salaki. I had to, Salaki, man. I had to. My other phone my other phone got too hot. The temperature. It said iPhone needs to cool down temperature before you can use it. So it wasn't even it wasn't even that hot, bro. But I don't know. I guess the phone got hot or whatever. But anyways, yeah, man. That's the thing. So that's the thing, man. That's the thing. So Sirach, the 10th chapter, and I'm gonna close out here. Because the point has been made, you know, but these devils, you know, they got to mess with the technology. They got to mess with the technology. You pay all this money. You pay all this money for these dumbass phones, and they overheat that quick, man. You know, you pay all this money for all this American made shit is all terrible. You know, all these iPhones and all this other shit. My Samsung don't do that. My Samsung is good. My S24 is good. My S24 be lasting in the heat, in the cold, in the water, in the rain. All this American made shit is made to fail, man. Just like these American cars, Ford, you know, General Motors. General Motors is shit. You know, General Motors ain't nothing but an endless money pit. All right, so Sirach, the 10th chapter. And this is why it's always good to keep a backup. The regular sword, you can always go to it. You know, when these type of things happen. So Sirach 10:1, it says, a wise judge will instruct his people. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. As the judge of the people is himself, so are the officers. You know? So it says, as and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Through the prudence of them that are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So the prudence of them that are in authority, man. And who's going to be in authority? Us. We're going to be in authority, the righteous. Sirach 29, Proverbs 29:2. When the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. The people are in mourning, man. So we're going to be in authority, man. Lord willing, very soon. so that the earth could be saved, man. Pursuant to Matthew, the 24th chapter. Unless the days be shortened, there shall no flesh left to be saved. But for the elect's sake, the days shall be shortened. All right, because the earth is made for the elect's sake. Proverbs, Second Ezra 6:54 on down. So the earth is made for our sakes. All right, the elect starting with Israel first and foremost, but the first fruits amongst Israel, because Isaiah 45 tell you that Israel is the elect, Israel mine elect, but then amongst them you have a remnant, pursuant to Romans the 11th chapter, you know. So Proverbs 29:2 in the GNT Good News, it says, "Show me a righteous ruler, I will show you a happy people. Show me a wicked ruler, and I will show you a miserable people." I will show you a miserable people. So right now you got miserable people, man, on the earth because of the white man. You got miserable people. Show me a righteous ruler, I will show you happy people. Show me a wicked ruler, and I will show you a miserable people. So that's what you got. You got a miserable bunch of people because you got a miserable fucking ruler over you, man. A greedy pig that ain't worth a fuck, you know. A greedy bastard that all he cares about himself. He don't care about you. He care about himself. Right. So therefore, must come the judgment. Therefore must come a change of rulership. Sirach 10:3, an unwise king destroy his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that's profitable. And in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Upon the person of the scribe, amongst who's the scribes? The prophets of the Lord, man. The Lord's men, amongst the scribes, amongst the service of the Lord, shall be honor. All right. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. Esau, everything he fucking does is by injurious practices. That's why it says, woe to you, Isaiah 10:1, that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievances which he prescribed. All right. Which that was one of the main scriptures that nigga Smeagol used to bring out. That was one of his favorite scriptures. Right. But now what happened? Now the white man's not the wicked no more. You see? So it says, pride is hateful before the Most High, and man, by both the one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such a one setteth his own soul to sale, but because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that's today a king, tomorrow shall die. All right. So because of unrighteous dealing, injuries got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, man. All right. So that's what's going to transpire, a transference of power. While Revelation 22:2 is going to take place, which reads, it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, come down from heaven. That's 24. 22, my bad. See, the Roman numerals throw you off. Because this book got Roman numerals in it, man. So 22, yeah, this is 22. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of the Most High and out of the Lamb. In the midst of the street of it, and of either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits for the 12 tribes of Israel, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nation. And there shall be no more curse. There shall be no more white man. The white man is the curse. But the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. And there shall be no night there, and they have no need of the candle, neither light of the sun, for the Lord God giveth them light, understanding, and they shall reign forever. And with that understanding that was bestowed upon Solomon, which is going to be bestowed on all of us, or the elect, Lord willing, hey, we're going to rule these people in a righteous way, man. Being good stewards, as good fathers, man. Being caretakers, man. Emotionally, we're going to take care of them emotionally, physically, spiritually. And unless they go off, and then we're going to give them Zechariah 14, which Zechariah 14 goes into their judgment if they keep not our high holy days. Namely, it mentions the Feast of Tabernacles, man, for all our high holy days. Because if they don't keep the letter of the law, they're gonna get their ass fucked up, man, according to the scriptures. Because if you don't keep Esau's laws, hey, you get tariffs, and you get this, you get that, you get the judgment, you get jail time, you get shipped to Guantanamo Bay. You know, if you don't keep Esau's law, you get tariffs, and you get an invasion, like Syria and Afghanistan and this war and that war, all these wars, man. So the end of the war, to end all wars, the third woe, scriptures tell you 2 woes have passed, the third woe coming quickly. The third woe is the war to end all wars, war Armageddon, which is Harmageddon, which is the Mount of Troops, which is going to be the end of all wars. Then after that comes the kingdom of heaven, which all the nations are going to rejoice at, that the nation of Israel is ruling. Even though they're not going to be partakers of our kingdom, they're going to be benefiting off the wealth of us and the good rulership, the stewardship, according to the law, statutes, commandments that we're going to have, and the benevolent rulers that we're going to be. All right. So with that, call I'm La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. All right. Sirach 10:3. Why did I close it? Sirach 10:3. So it say, an unwise king destroy his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the Lord is in the hand. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. And in due time, he will set in it one that is profitable. In due time, he will set one that's profitable. We're the ones that's profitable, not the white man. All right. The white man is the destroyer of the earth. Therefore, the Lord is going to destroy him. I will destroy thee, thou destroying mountain that destroyed the earth. Jeremiah 51:25. All right. So with that, call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. That belongs to our apostle teachers that laid down foundation of this truth for us, and the rest of our elders, man, came before us. Peace that takes to you elect, man. Shalom.